So, hi guys, I have found a new one, a vacuum cleaner. So I have put it on the power outlet. Now let's see this. This is a Triac BTA 12600CW, and this blue here is a Diac, and this is a resistor. It seems 470, so is 47 ohm. This is a capacitor, 0.1 microfarad, 100 volts. And this here is a 0.22 microfarad, 250 volts. This is a mini trimmer inside. This is the potentiometer, all this bar here, as you can see. All this here. So let me turn it on for you. I have put it in low power because this is a variable power. So as you can see here, is from 400 watt up to 1400 watts, sorry. So let me turn on. Even with 400 watt, or let fix it, 400 watt. Even with 400 watt is so powerful, as you can see. Now, step by step, I will increase the power. Just a second. Before doing that, don't forget that I'm doing this in my own risk. Do not try this at home if you are not an expert on electronic engineer. You need to ask someone near you that know how to manage the technical configuration of the electrical engineering. So he will rescue you if you get in touch with the potential parts. So always use an uninsulated screwdriver. As you can see here, guys, is a press stud that is used to see if this motor is blocked or not. When is full with dust and garbage, this will indicate the pressure inside this and block the air, and the air will show the signal in this wire and command this transistor that is Triac, and will lower the power to do not damage the motor, or will turn off the driver to do not dangerous catch fire the motor. So let me turn on again and raise the power step by step. As you can see, the potentiometer was broken. It was hard and very difficult because of dust also to move the potentiometer. So I used my screwdriver to move it, but it was so hard from this shitty dust here. Well guys, as you can see here, there are some resistors, some diodes, maybe some Zeners, and this adjusts the speed. Those are connected by income, that is this baraban here, that is wire spring, cable spring, and is used here plus and minus to power up the driver, and this power up the driver get outputted and power up the motor that is here, as you can see. I will open this to SCART parts, just a second. Let me turn off the power first. Always, guys, interrupt the power to do not get shocked by the voltage, potential difference, and get pass through the current inside of you. Is the power that kills, is not current, is not voltage, but the power. And the time that this power is entered in your body is like government. Is the power of government that can harm you, not the potential difference, but the power, like power of corruption, power of addiction, etc., etc. Let me open up, but before I will disconnect the power. As you can see, I open it inside and I noticed that the motor is very hot. Not that much hot, but hot. So I will try to test now under high speed, but I will be careful to do not move this motor because it's so hard and can hit you harder and broke your bones, skull and hands bones. So see those brushes here and those collector, as you can see. This is 1200 watt and is 50 hertz. Let me turn it in this way. As you can see, 230 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, 1200 watt. Well, guys, don't try this at home. This will break your bones. Let me put back this switch here, and I will show you how this motor works. Just a second. So guys, I now will show you how this motor works. But careful, do not let the motor to flow up in the air and hit you, because it have a lot of ports on it, as you can see. The centrifugal force is very high. As you can see, it moves the motor from the place. As you can see, those sparks here. So guys, those sparks are created by inrush current, and the negative part body, that is called 0 volt body, and is connected in the power, because when a body is connected directly in the neutral, it consider it as neutral, but when the power pass through it in form of potential difference and current, it creates a balance 50-50 that may show up as a equalizer between coils and create half positive coils and half negative coils. So you may notice this in south pole and north pole of the motor. That's why is created the polarity in the motors and in the wire. So this happened only when I powered up, and if I turn it off, it doesn't happen because it doesn't have power, sure. But if I power up, it will show just a little, and it will equalize because from neutral part it gets half positive and half negative parts, and that makes that current created, and current and voltage create the power. So let me show it you here. First is this spark. That's high because this is the spark of inrush current, and is with high current because it's considered as a short circuit, and that's why inrush current is in higher value of current because it's connected directly in the neutral part before it get magnetized the motor and create an impedance load, as you can see here. This motor have a lot of torque, and it have half power in that coil and half power in that coil, so is 1200 watt the motor, so is 600 watt in one coil and 600 watt in one coil because the motor is in series. As you can see, it powered up. Look how fast it is. So you can use those kind of motors for everything you like. You can overload them by high voltage, high current mode transformers, microwave oven transformers, like some others have done in YouTube. As you can see, the driver packet power up the motor, and as you can see, those coils are in series with this collector. Let me show it you in a schematic driving. So guys, this is the schematic of the motor. So first coil, the second coil that you have seen here, this coil here. Before I'm working here, I disconnected the power, and as I was talking to you, is this coil, first coil, and this is underneath the second coil, and this is the third coil, that is the rotor. That is shown here in the figure. As I was says, this coil 1 here, this coil 1 here is in series with the rotor coil and the second coil. So there are 3 coils in series, and as you can see, the motor gets hot because this coil is 300 watt, the rotor is 600 watt, and this other coil is 300 watt. So to power this 600 watt coil, those coils get hot because they have not the same value as this coil here, because this is 300 watt and the half of this is 300 watt, so it completes 600 watt because the motor was 1200 watts, sorry, and this half here is 600 watt too, because 300 watt is the stator coil and half of this rotor coil is 300 watt. So guys, this is how this motor is designed. That's why this motor gets heated up from those coils, not by rotor. Rotor gets heated up by his own wattage, but those stator get heated up by the current that passes through to power up this rotor coil. So there are two types of heating of coil, because this get heated up by current that pass here, is like an ampere meter that gets raised up when pass through a lot of current, and this is the consumer that get heated up because of his own wattage, that is 600 watt, and is rated by two 300 watts. That is the same coil, but is when it's polarized because of north and south magnetization, it gets divided in this. So this motor isn't good for me by my suggestion, because the coil need to be 600 watt as this coil here to do not get heated up. Even the power of efficiency of this motor is not good because of those low current coils that are here, that need to be 600 watt and not 300 watt to prevent heating and to have a strong magnetic field, because those are north and south that create the magnetic field in the motor and make this rotor to rotate. Because if this magnetic field it will be more stronger, this rotor will be more efficient. So guys, I will suggest that you the rotor to be 300 watt and the coils of stator to be 600 watts, because it's like power losses on a power system, that is called voltage drop, and you need to enhance the cable and the section of it to make the current flow freely and power up this rotor, because those 300 watts limit the current and waste the current, the power, by heating up, and it wastes in power of heat and not in power of motor force that moves in this motor. So guys, make those stator coils more powerful, and the rotor, I suggest you to make the same 600 600 600. So I suggest 600 600 and 600. So 1800 watts, so 1.8 kilowatt, and the current is equal. E1 is equal to E2 is equal to E3, and this motor works fine and perfect and never get heated up. You waste a little power, but you have a lot of power to deal with, and you can clean your home faster. Sure, you use the power, but the power will be the same as you stay 1 hour to clean, for example, and 10 minutes to clean with this 1.8 kilowatt power. So high power, low value of time, and low power, high value of time. So it's a waste of time, and time is money, and with that time you can spend with friends, with your family, and etc etc. Well guys, let me turn on again for you. Just as you can see, the lights in my room are flickering if I turn on the power. Well guys, this motor is so powerful. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, ask questions, give your opinion in my channel. Invite your friends to like and subscribe my videos. Well guys, have a nice day. Bye.